Good evening, everyone. This is Dale Calvert. I'd like to welcome you guys that are watching live, as well as the majority of you will be watching this class number 2 online, part of the newspaper sponsoring course. Appreciate you guys being with us tonight. Those of you that are with us in our live audience, those of you that have purchased this program, I appreciate your business. But more importantly, my main focus is that you absolutely get results with the information. That's the key for me. I want to see you get results, because I know if I can help you get results with this program, then you will easily invest in other programs we release in the future. You'll hopefully attend some of our live events that we do, and I've always believed that the value you provide to the market that you serve is ultimately determines your success. So you bought this, you invested in this program to get results, and I want to make sure that you get them. Last week we talked about, or in session 1, we talked about setting up the right foundation, and guys, that's very, very important. I gave you a lot of examples of different opt-in pages, what ultimately was working right now in the market. And what I'm going to do tonight, I'm just going to share with you, this is very casual, but I'm going to share with you some of the best ads that myself and some of our students have run in the last 30 years. Um, Somebody sent me this, said this is network marketing in today's environment. Everybody's doing what everybody else is doing. I love that one comment. I'd like to question the leadership on this move. Shut up, you're undermining the troops. And, you know, I've been watching this really for years. Um, it's Many of you probably heard me say it's just the blind leading the blind, and it's I am in a situation now where it's just like we've got to do something about this. So it's funny, but it's sad at the same time. When you have an industry that is not teaching the skill sets and mindsets that are necessary for ultimate success, this is just kind of how things end up. So anyway, I thought it was funny, but it's also kind of sad. As we get into this week, I'm very casual tonight, as you probably already noticed, and I'm going to try to stay that way the very best of my ability. I did want to mention something very quickly. Um, Generating all the leads in the world does you no good if you have fear of the phone, if you have call reluctance. I understand if you're involved in affiliate marketing and some CPA type programs, that it all comes down to building a list and a relationship with that list, and you can get away, with just building lists and sending emails and make a few hundred, maybe a few thousand extra bucks. And I don't think there's anything wrong with affiliate marketing or CPA marketing if that's what you want to do. However, if you want to build a network marketing team, then it all is about leadership development, and communicating with people. And fear of the phone is something that almost kept me out of this industry, honestly. And it was hard to overcome, but it didn't take that long when I got focused and got really procedurally set up. There was a specific thing that I did on a daily basis. And again, I understand repetition is the key to learning. And the way I got past call reluctance, and see, some people have never had call reluctance. It's like, call reluctance, what is that? I mean, I'll pick up the phone, call anybody about anything, and I don't care. And I get that at this point, but believe me, that had to be developed over time. It was not something that came natural to me when I started. So if call reluctance, I just wanted to mention this, because if you don't have call reluctance, you're going to have somebody on your team that at some point is going to have call reluctance, And I just wanted to, it kind of goes with, advertising, especially when we get into online, offline. And I don't even know the website. What is the website? Oh, there it is. LosePhoneFear.com. LosePhoneFear.com. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. Okay, tonight we're going to talk about the top classified ads. Excuse me for 1 second. Let me just take a little sip of water here. We're going to talk about the top classified ads, and I just want to give you a few parameters. WIIFM radio, WIIFM radio, and that stands for what's in it for me. What's in it for me? When you're writing an ad, when you're designing an ad, that's ultimately the question you're trying to answer. And I look back at some of the early ads that we did, and I just cringe. It's just I cannot believe I was so far off. But you got to understand, I didn't know anything about direct marketing, didn't know anything about writing ad copy, and still don't know that much. I really don't like the whole concept of trying to a lot of people think that it's how many responses do I receive, and to me, it's always been about the quality of people that respond, if that makes sense. However, I look back on some of the early things that we did, and it's like it was terrible. It was not about what's in it for me, what's in it for the prospect, what's in it for the person reading the ad. So if you can really try to wrap your mind around that concept of answering that question for people, it's going to put you way ahead of the game, and you're going to know more about writing classified ads online and offline than 95% of the people that are doing it. I mean, most of them are absolutely terrible, whether you go on Craigslist or even in your local paper. Next rule, this is an absolute rule: never run display ads in your paper and in papers. Now, here's a Thrifty Nickel ad, and you see this is a display ad right here in the corner of that big square, and then you see all the classifieds. Now, if you could get that position on the front page of Thrifty Nickel, then you might want to reconsider what I just said. But the bottom line is, I've seen a lot of people over the years waste a lot of money running, these big display ads in pickup papers, commonly called rag papers, rag papers. And they run these big display ads and sometimes even half-page ads in these pickup newspapers and even in local papers. And here's the reality: there's some people that every day read the classifieds. Every single day they get the paper. Some people read the obituary, some people read the classified, some people read both. It's habitual. And we've all heard the term probably banner blindness. When you go online, you don't see banners, and it's called banner blindness. Your mind doesn't even connect with the banner. It's just made to look past it, read over it, not even look at it really. And that's the same thing in print ads. However, classified ads are what people will read. So I have people ask me from time to time, Dale, should I run they give me a special deal on a so and so, 3-inch by 2-inch display ad. Should I do that or should I do classifieds? Always do classifieds. Your classifieds overall. Working, doing this myself and working with a lot of people one-on-one and a lot of clients that we work with, classified ads always do better. Never run display ads in paper as a general rule. And again, my thought, and you'll see that with some of the ads we're getting ready to share with you, I either want to get my phone ringing off the hook, people clicking like crazy on my ad, or I want to run off as many people as possible, and I'm trying to get quality. In general, for me, it's always been about quality. I believe it's just as important to get rid of the wrong people as it is to attract the right people. It is to keep the right people on your team. And I believe that for my market in network marketing support services and other businesses that we operate. I in general don't like uh, being around people that are not learners in general. Okay, I don't know why. It just bothers me. I cannot stand being around people that won't take responsibility for where they are in their life, where they are in their business, what kind of parent they are, what kind of spouse they are, what kind of sibling they are. You know, I cannot stand to be around people. It's always somebody else's fault, and none of us are perfect, but we can all attempt to grow, learn, develop, and get better on a daily basis. The network marketing industry is full of people that did it with the skill sets and the mindsets and the work ethic they entered the industry with, and because of that, their teams really suffer. I made a statement. I'll probably talk about this more in a future article, but the more successful a person is when they enter the industry, the more successful they are, uh, the weaker their team will be. The more successful the leader was when he entered the industry or she entered the industry, when a Mr. or Mrs. High Credibility in a community enters the network marketing industry, they're going to attract a lot of people based upon they're somebody that people know, like, and trust. And there's nothing wrong with that, except for the fact their team, the people they recruit, are the ones that end up paying for that. Uh, the more successful a person is when they enter the industry, the weaker their team will be. And again, that's for another time and place. But I said all that just to say this: quality. Look for quality people. Quality people. You're looking for the right people at the right time in their life. Most of the people that respond to your ads, bottom line is you really don't want them anyway, because they would be more trouble than they're worth. And that's just the way it is. If I can run an ad for a year and find one really, really good person that I can work with and we can develop a long-term business relationship with, and that I'd rather have one person like that than 1,000 people that can't keep their thumb out of their mouth. Okay, we're going to cover the top 10 ads real quick here for you guys. I appreciate you again. Uh, I hope this is making sense, and I'm going to share you a lot of the psychology. I'm not just going to share with you the. It's not the text. There's no magic in the text. The magic is in the process. It's in the understanding. And it's in the numbers when it comes right down to it. You're all looking for the right people at the right time in their life. Okay, here's a couple ads I want to talk about for those of you that are involved in companies that have credibility in the marketplace. They've been around for a long time. Amway, Shackley, Mary Kay, Avon, the list goes on and on. There's about, big companies, Herbalife at this point. Um, their name. There's a lot of name recognition. Melaleuca might fall in that category, but definitely Shackley, Mary Kay, Avon, those type of companies. The first little ad there says we have Shackley products, and I'll just tell you the story behind this. Most of you know we started in 1980 in the industry in the Shackley business. And we live in a community called Georgetown, Kentucky. Is actually where the Toyota Camry is made, and right off I-75, right off I-75, 75, huge interstate highway. And a lot of people would stop in our community and on their road trips, vacations. People coming from maybe Michigan to Florida, or Florida to Michigan, or Canada, or whatever, wherever it runs from, like Canada to Florida. And so we get a lot of traffic, and people would stop, and maybe they would stop in Georgetown for the evening, and maybe pick up a local paper or whatever, and they would see this little ad that says we have Shackley products, and it's like, Shackley, oh my goodness, basic age, I love that stuff. And I cannot tell you how many tens of thousands of dollars that my dad has at the time in volume would take to people that were out on the interstate somewhere traveling through Georgetown, and they had bought a particular product, Basic H, or maybe the Vitalean Protein or Basic L, one of the Shackley products, and it's like they just were thrilled that they finally found somebody that they could get Shackley from because their distributor had quit. So if I was in specific areas, like if I was in, I know Melaleuca was huge, 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 huge in Idaho, and there's some other areas of the country. Uh, Man, I might do that if I was involved in Melaleuca or a big, large company that has been around for a long, long time. Unfortunately, there's not as many of these as there should be in the industry. And that's a whole nother topic. But we have Shackley products. It will not work with some brand new company that's just gotten started. Okay, Avon. If you know somebody that's involved in Avon, or we worked with some Avon leaders in the past, and this is the best ad that you can run if you're involved in Avon. To buy or sell Avon, call. Real simple. Everybody knows what Avon is. To buy or sell Avon, call. Great little ad. It'll get results in almost any community in the country because, again, Avon's been around forever and ever. So I just wanted to share those two kind of direct sale oriented ads first. Uh, Jobs. This is under jobs. Again, we've run this in different areas. We have different people that we work with. Some of our coaching clients that have run this ad all over the United States, even in some other countries. But you'll get the gist of it. And this is again under jobs. Okay, now there's some metropolitan areas that will not let you run an ad under jobs if you're a commission-based program, which basically network marketing is. So, I don't bend the rules. There was a time when this was not an issue, and there's still a time in some areas it's not an issue. So it's changing and it's constantly evolving all over the country. So it depends on the area in which you're trying to run ads. Most of the ads I ran over the years were to help up and coming leaders that I was quote unquote playing ball with. Okay, they were working on letting people that they knew that they were in business, as we talk about in the StartRightMLM.com program. They were announcing that they were in business, and I'm supporting them by running ads in their area. And it's like, we're just trying to just create as much business as fast as we can, as quick as we can, when we find the right people. And again, most people spend so much time wasting time with the wrong people, and they don't spend enough time with the right people. Network marketing is about finding and developing leaders, and it's like the focus is like, can I find somebody to stay on auto ship, $40 auto ship for 3 or 4 months, while I blow smoke up their dress and tell them what they want to hear and how great they are and stroke their ego. And it makes me sick. Absolutely makes me sick. But that's the game that's been going on for 15 years, and because of that, there's no company in the industry that's had any significant growth in the last 10 years. And I'm not trying to be a downer, guys. I'm trying to say you don't have to worry about that. Your success has nothing to do with the industry. I mean, obviously, if the industry was doing awesome, it could help you. But I'm telling you, you can build it to whatever level you want if you have, just learning some skill sets and mindsets that 95% of the network marketing gurus don't understand. But I promise you, and I'm hoping you're just going to trust the process here, because I promise you I know what I'm talking about here. I promise you. Go ask any guru in the industry, how many ads have you run over your career for distributors? And they'll probably, well, ads don't work. Oh, I never ran any ads. Ads don't work. Now, you don't want to run ads. Ads don't work. All you get is people looking for a job. Okay. Again, guys, I'm just I appreciate you listening in tonight, you guys, and I'm trying to stay on point, but it's just like my gracious. Okay, so jobs. Under job section, Lexington, like Lexington, Kentucky area, and I've even said Lexington, Kentucky area, Roanoke, Virginia area, Chicago, Illinois area. You can do that, but I just put Lexington. If I'm running, say the Lexington Herald Leader, I ran this ad off and on for years. Lexington couple wanted to develop home based branch office for major U.S. company. Lexington couple wanted to develop home based branch office for major U.S. company. Company car program, paid incentive vacation, six-figure potential if you qualify. And you can have them call, and when they call, it's giving them a recording that asks them to please send their resume to P.O. Box blah 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 blah, Lexington, Kentucky. Thank you for responding to our ad in the Lexington Herald Leader. At the sound of the tone, thank you for responding to our ad in the Lexington Herald Leader. Please send us your resume to CMG P.O. Box 1038, Lexington, Kentucky 403, whatever. Okay, so again, guys, lead generation is about getting as many things out there, producing as many leads as you can on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, getting through them, sorting through the duds to find the people that possibly the timing might be right in their life, that are sick and tired of being sick and tired, that you can work with. And again, network marketing in general, we try to accomplish far too much uh, talking to far too few people. It's a numbers game. The quicker you get through the people, the quicker you're going to get where you want to go. You have a number. You guys have heard me say this 1,000 times if you've listened to anything that we've ever done before. The name of the game is sorting through people, but we get so emotional on, if I could just get Miss Hobbs, Miss Hobbs, if I could just get Miss Hobbs to join my company, to join my program, and we waste all this time on Mrs. Hobbs, and Mrs. Hobbs, if she ever did join, is going to be more trouble than she's worth. Again, you have to almost look at this like you're building a major corporation, you're the president, and you have 5 openings that you can fill in this year, and you're looking for the 5 very best people. And you got to kiss a lot of toes to find your princess. Okay? I mean, it's just, again, a lot of this is mindsets, guys. It's what are you doing? What are you working towards? What are you building? See, so many network marketers, they're just trying to make a commission. Okay, if you're trying to make a commission, network marketing is probably not, the best option for you. It's about network marketing is about building a business. It's not about making a commission. I mean, again, it's just stay focused. Stay focused on what you're doing. Have a big picture of what you're doing. Say, well, Dale, I don't know if I would want somebody to ever take the time to send me a resume. Why not? You need more belief in your opportunity. Why not? You would ask them to send you a resume? Resumes are for jobs. Who said? Who said that? So again, Lexington couple wanted to develop home-based branch office for major U.S. company car program. If you again, guys, we had a company car program with the Shackley Corporation. Okay, they still do, as far as I know. Paid incentive vacations. We also, we had that. We could show where we'd been to the Bahamas, we'd been to wherever, Colorado. We've been all expenses paid by the company. San Francisco, California. Had pictures in my presentation at the time. So I mean, I sit down. This is my second car that I've gotten with the company. This was my first company. This was my first car. This was the guy that. This is one of our people. This was his first car. This was her first car. We had people on our team that had cars. People on our team that been on vacations. So it was real. Again, and before I had mine and they had theirs, we could still show other people that had accomplished that six-figure income potential if you qualify. And again, I like requesting a resume. So if somebody reads that ad, do they think they're responding to a super cool job? Yes. Is that what I'm trying to uh, portray? Yes. If they ask me on the phone, is this a salaried position or a commission position, I would tell them commission. Always tell the truth. But once I understood the mindset that I needed to have, I rarely got those kind of questions. Okay, I've run this ad, a version of this ad, for years and years and years, and I am going to talk to you about resumes in a minute and one thing you can do with a resume. But that's section 2. Section 3, some metropolitan areas, some online classified ad sites have part-time, a segment called part-time, where people are looking for a part-time income. It's a great place to advertise. And here's an ad that some of our people that we work with one-on-one are running in different parts of the country. It says, before you start a part-time gig, request our free audio CD to learn how to maximize your income for the time you invest. And this next little phrase here, guys, in parentheses, is very, very important. 24-hour recorded message. So let's look at this. This is a great ad. Now, what we're doing with this ad is we're just sending them the Robert Kiyosaki Perfect Business CD, which pre-sells them on the whole concept of network marketing. So those of you that have not heard this CD, you need to find it and listen to it. It's fabulous. I think it's one of the best prospecting, setting the stage for the industry and the power of the industry. I think it's the best I've ever heard. You can get more information, free RKCD, free rkcd.com, which is an affiliate program that we operate. You can probably also find the CD on eBay or Amazon or somewhere, but you need to listen to the CD. It should be part of your arsenal, guys. It should be part of the tools that you use, because there's going to come a time and place when you're going to need to get this information into somebody else's hands. Here's the deal, guys. If you say it, they doubt it. If somebody else says it, they believe it. And you know, we as an industry talk way too much. I've always taught, the less you say, the more money you make. The less you say in network marketing, the more money you make. Let the tool do the talking for you. Let a CD answer that question. You don't need to try to be the Elvis to answer everybody's questions. So before you start a part-time, here's the ad again. Before you start a part-time gig, request our free audio CD to learn how to maximize your income for the time you invest. Now, if I'm thinking about getting a part-time job, and I can get a free CD that shows me how to maximize my income for the time that I invest in this part-time job that I probably really hate to take on anyway, I'm going to respond to that. And I can call, and there's a 24-hour recorded message. I should have actually put a phone number in here. It should say like blah, blah, blah. You should put the phone number right here, okay? Sorry about that, guys. Let me just change that real quick just so you'll know. Is that it? Okay, right here. Number 3. So you would put like 502-868-6199, whatever your Google voicemail box or whatever you're using to the voicemail that you're using for your ads. 502-868-6199, then again 24-hour recorded message. So this ad gets phenomenal results because, again, it's extremely non-threatening and it's very thought-provoking. Think about this. I'm thinking about trying to get a part-time job, and I read, before you start a part-time gig, or it could say job. Request our free audio CD to learn how to maximize your income for the time you invest. 502-868-619 24-hour recorded message. They call and says, hey, thanks for responding to our advertising campaign. At the sound of the tone, leave us your name. Let us know the address where you want us to send your free CD, along with your zip code, your phone number. And if you get a chance, also include your email address. And we'll get that out in the mail to you just within 24 hours. Real simple. And actually, what one of the people that we're working with one-on-one, what they're doing is they're running this ad all over the country, and then they're when they get the response, they're going to the free RKCD program and putting in that information, and then where they're having us through the affiliate program send this out. But again, you don't need to do all that unless you get real serious with it, and then it will make perfect sense for you financially to do that. But again, I just want this ad psychologically is very strong. Now this is almost the same ad, but we run this in the sections of metropolitan papers where it says business opportunity, our businesses for sale. And as you guys hopefully know, when I say we, I'm talking about the people that we work with. We are not personally building a team. Okay, we're not associated with any company. We don't have any downlines. I hope you guys understand that. I have nothing to back you into. I just want to see you have success for the time, energy, and effort you're investing into this profession. So before you invest in, this is in the business opportunity section of the paper, before you invest in any business, request our free Perfect Business CD before risking your valuable cash. 24-hour recorded message. And again, you should have a number there. And it says, thank you for requesting our CD. Sound the tone, please leave us your name. Let us know where you'd like for us to mail you the CD. And also include your phone number and your email address. Thanks for your request. Have an awesome day. And again, if you can get a female voice to say this, it's better than a male. It just is. But if you're wanting to get out of your stinking job and buy a business, and you're looking in the classified section of the Chicago Tribune or wherever, and you'll see all these different business opportunities and business for sale, and you see an ad that says, before you invest in any business, request our free Perfect Business CD before risking your valuable cash. See, that's what people don't want to do. That's why people don't want to start a business, because they don't want to risk their valuable cash. And if they can get a CD and they can call right now, and there's a 24-hour recorded message where they don't have to talk to a salesperson on the other end of the line. Do you see psychology why this type of ad works? Now, it depends on where you're running the ad. I mean, I live in Podunk, Kentucky, basically. I mean, I'm not too far from Lexington, and I love it. I mean, so it's going to be different, and of course the cost of ads are going to be different in small towns. And I wouldn't really do that in small town. I like to do this, in areas where there's a lot of business opportunities and businesses for sale in bigger metropolitan areas. But I tell you what, the response rate for this and the quality of people is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. The quality of people, because look, these aren't people that are trying to, get you aren't dealing with people that are worried about minimum wage here. Okay, you're looking at your these are business people, business minded people that are thinking about investing in a business. I mean, that's a great prospect for this industry. Yes, they've probably been bombarded with network marketing programs their most of their life, from people that didn't have a clue what they were doing. They went out, got excited, thought, oh, Joe's an entrepreneur. Joe will be great. Let me go talk to Joe about whatever company. And it's like, who wants to listen to that stuff? Again, as an industry, we have not come close to teaching people how to be effective and how to effectively communicate their opportunities. And it's sad, but it's so true. I mean, it's disgusting. And we have no way to blame but ourselves. But hey, that's the purpose of this program, guys. I want to get you on the right track and help you maximize your odds for success. Okay, there ain't no foo-foo dust. Okay, it's a numbers game. You're looking for the right people at the right time in their life. But let's face it, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, New York Times bestseller, if he can't get their mind open up to look at your program, what do you think the odds are that you're going to? Make sense? So let's just stack the odds in your favor. When you're dealing with certain prospects, let Robert Kiyosaki do it. And if he can't do it, then keep on rolling, because there'll be some people that will hear it. And those are the ones you're looking for. And don't worry too much about the other ones. Okay, next concept. Number 5. And I do this in rag papers like, Thrifty Nickel. And again, rag is not a derogatory term. It's just what they're called. And I'm not sure why. But rag paper, experienced network marketing pros only. Work with self-made network marketing millionaire. If you've never developed a group of at least 100 members, please do not respond. And it gives the phone number. We have some people that we're working with now in Texas, but we're working, private coaching, business people. Okay, they're working with me one-on-one. We're putting together their system for their team, and they're running this ad, and they're getting decent results because there are people out there that they say, this guy's not a millionaire. He's not a self-made network marketing millionaire, okay? But he's working with me who is. So he's pulling my credibility because we're working with them directly to put together their recruiting system, their retail system for their whole process for their team, their leadership development machine. So, experience network marketing pros only. Now think about this. You pick up a Thrifty Nickel and you're just kind of looking through the classifieds, and maybe a few years ago you tried XYZ company, and then you got involved with maybe 2 or 3 companies over the years. You're not real active in network marketing, but you're kind of have an entrepreneurial spirit about you. You do some things to create part-time income, maybe even full-time. But you kind of understand a little bit about the industry. You've been around it. You know that there's been a lot of people that have done extremely well, but you've never been with the right company, the right team, the right situation in your mind, whether it's true or not, and you read this ad. Experienced network marketing pros only. Well, they're thinking, well, I'm not an experienced network marketing pro, but what is this all about? Work with self-made network marketing millionaire. It's like, I get to work with somebody that's actually made $1 million in network marketing. Okay, if you've never developed a group of at least 100 team members, please do not respond. And it's got the number. Even though we ask them not to respond, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to respond. And here's the deal, guys. If they have the guts to respond, then they're probably a pretty decent prospect for your business. And that's what we're finding. I mean, it's a pretty large metropolitan area, very large in Texas. A lot of people don't get very many calls. Just like I think last week was four calls. Okay, which is terrible, and I think 1 or maybe 2 hung up. But they got one very, very promising lead from this. Okay, That was last week. If you get two really good people a month and you don't have to do anything but send the thrifty nickel $16 a week to keep running it, and you have one person can come in from something like this and explode an organization, explode a company, explode your organization if you give them the right track to run on. So my belief, and what I have seen not just for myself but for many, many people over the years, is every nickel that I've ever spent on advertising in this industry and education and seminars has all come back to me tenfold, probably 100-fold. Most people run one ad. They're, people aren't calling with their credit card begging to join their organization, so they say, well, newspaper ads don't work, and they're done. So if you start down this road, you got to commit to it and give it time to work, and most people don't. So again, I'm just being honest with you. But I love this ad, number 5, and it's working right now in today's market for one of our clients. Next ad. This is number 5. I skipped number 6. Sorry about that, guys. Career frustrated. This is a great, great headline. One of the best headlines we've used in the last 30 years. Career frustrated. Major U.S. corporation expanding into the Lexington area and looking for individual with leadership and management ability. I have sponsored so many awesome people over the years with this. Career frustrated. See how it's all capped? Question mark. Who are we really looking for? I had a great job, but I could not stand the job. I had a great job. Everybody said, Dale, you got it made for the rest of your life. There's a lot of people I saw some stats the other day that's like 86% of Americans say they're frustrated with their job. 86% of the people in the United States frustrated with their job. So when you say career frustrated, they're thinking, you're darn right, I'm career frustrated. And then major U.S. corporation expanding to the Lexington area. What does that sound like? Man, Toyota's coming to Georgetown or whatever. Okay, that's what's going on in their mind, and that's not what we're saying. But here's the thing, guy. If your company is doing $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $10 million a month in sales, you're a major U.S. corporation as far as I'm concerned. And again, you can look up what your definition is of a major U.S. corporation. But to me, if you're doing $1 million a month in sales, you're not a mom and pop. Let's put it that way. Your company's not. Major U.S. corporation expanding in the Lexington area, looking for individual leadership and management ability. And again, got the phone number. And if I was running this in a newspaper, I may say, do the resume thing here. And I wanted to kind of talk about the resume thing. The resume concept, the resume idea. So when they call the number, it may say, thank you for responding to our ad in the Lexington Herald Leader. Please have a pen and paper ready. We would like to ask you to send your resume to CMG blah blah blah, CMG expansion, P.O. Box blah blah blah, Georgetown, Kentucky, whatever, 40324. Okay. Now you've got these resumes that are coming in. So what do you want to do? Now, what I used to do, and I just want to throw this out because it depends upon your company and it depends upon the opportunity. There's a lot of factors. But I, at one point, I had a lady that would call and say, because I ran this ad like in Indiana, up in Evansville, Indiana, and I used to have 8 offices that we would go in and do opportunity meetings. We had opportunity meetings being held in all 8 locations. I mean, physical office is okay, with the whole, the whole thing. And we had at least one full-time person operating out of each office, and I would kind of travel around to each office. Every other week I would be there. And I had someone that would call and say, Mr. Calvert's going to be, you'd send us a resume regarding our ad in the Evansville Journal. Mr. Calvert is going to be in Evansville next Tuesday as an opening at 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock. Would one of those work? Which one of those would work best for you? And they would say, well, next Tuesday, 3 o'clock. And I would do group interviews. I would have 8 or 10 people at 1 and 8 or 10 people at 3. And there was a whole process to that, to group interviews. But that's the way we used to do it. And I don't think you can do that. It depends upon the opportunity. It depends upon the realistic income potential for somebody that's never been involved in this industry. There's a lot of factors there, but I did want to at least mention that to you because that's something that we have done in the past, and I think at some level it could be done today. But if your opportunity doesn't offer full-time income potential within a relatively short period of time, and most don't, then I think you could run an ad for a part-time person. As a matter of fact, we're getting ready to experiment with this with another client, where you can run ads for part-time people and also do the group interviews for part-time people, so they know that it's a part-time opportunity. I think that's possible. Again, I have not done that for part-time people. It was a very unique opportunity. Obviously, it wasn't the Shackley Corporation, but and again, I'm not going to get into detail because I don't want people to go down this path, at least without talking to somebody and getting some more information about this. But career frustrated. I forgot to go back. Sorry, guys. Thanks for the notice there. Career frustrated, major U.S. corporation expanding in the Lexington area looking for individual with leadership and management ability. That is a great ad. Great ad. Number 8, we're looking for an individual with a successful network marketing or direct sales background to recruit and train new reps in the Atlanta, Georgia area. Who would respond to that? A great prospect. See, and I understand why we're so afraid to mention direct sales, MLM, network marketing, multi-level marketing. I understand that, and again, we brought that kind of upon ourselves. I mean, at the time of this recording, it's like the entrepreneurial spirit is exploding worldwide, and network marketing, in my opinion, should be on the forefront of that. But because of the stupid mistakes we've made the last 15 years and the way we have treated our own industry, it's not. But it should be. But we are looking for an individual with a successful network marketing and direct sales background to recruit and train new reps in the Atlanta, Georgia area. You're not going to get a lot of response, but the ones that you do are really, really good prospects. Really good prospects. So I wanted to share that. So I got 2 8s, not a 9. This is another one. Self-made millionaire seeks apprentice to learn my business. Must be teachable, hardworking, and have a desire for financial independence. Phone number, recorded message. I have a client in the past that we worked with that was running this, and again, we were helping them get all their systems and programs and everything set up, their structure. And I'll share one thing very interesting with you here. Self-made millionaire seeks apprentice to learn my business. Must be teachable, hardworking, and have a desire for financial independence. When we first started doing this, we put a desire to be rich, to get rich, and the quality of people, when we changed it from a desire to be rich to a desire for financial independence, just that little word phrase changed drastically, because people who tend to want to get rich tend to be very greed focused. Those who have a desire for financial independence, uh, they want, a lot of those people, their focus is securing their family, if that makes sense. So this was extremely successful, and actually at the time the contract I had with the guy was to for 90 days, and I fly in, and they were doing like overview opportunity meetings, and I was doing the foundational training, and it was uh, you know it paid me extremely well for 90 days to do this and to get them started, get them moving forward in the right direction, and this worked extremely well. So this can work, self-made millionaires, because here's the thing about it, guys. Look in your upline. There's probably a self-made millionaire in your upline that you can get on a three-way call with the people when you need to. Does that make sense? So that's who you're working with. You're working with, there's somebody in your upline that you're working with, up there somewhere, more than likely. So self-made millionaire seeks apprentice to learn my business. Must be teachable, hardworking, have a desire for financial independence. 24-hour recorded message. Again, what we did before is, hey, my name's Dale Calvert. I appreciate you responding to our associates advertising campaign. At the sound of the tone, if you'll leave us your name, your postal mailing address, and I also need your email and your phone number, and someone will be contacting you to let you know when I'm going to be in the Boston, Massachusetts area. And again, we did 3 events. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? So that's number 8. Again, I guess that was number 9. I messed up on my note. Yeah, I had 2 8s. Sorry, guys. Again, you don't have to get it perfect. Just get it going. Last thing I want to share with you guys tonight. This is the best ad that we have ran. Not just us, but throughout our organizations in the last 30 years. I call it the magic ad. And I've got a recording that I want to add to the back office here for newspaper sponsoring clients that we recorded with a couple of couples that just burning it down with a weight loss product with this particular ad, just creating multiple customers every single month. It can be applied. We've applied it to different product lines. We've even applied this ad to services in the past with clients that we've worked with. But it's called the Magic Ad. And it simply says, want it. 10 people that want to lose weight and make money to test market new weight loss product, and a phone number. That's all it says. If you're involved in the skincare line, it could say, want it. 10 people that want to lose, who want to look better or remove wrinkles and make money to test market new weight loss product. So you can adapt to whatever your product or service is. The 2 key things here is the want it, all in caps. It grabs people's attention. And then 10 people. When people read want it, 10 people, they automatically are thinking, maybe I could be one of the 10. It's just human nature. Maybe I could be one of the 10 that want to what? Well, most people do want to lose, make money. Or most people do want to look better and make money, or whatever your particular product or service is, you'd have to adjust it to that. And then the next phrase is critical, to test market new weight loss product, they think they're going to call and you're going to send them free products. That's what they think when they call. And again, I will give you complete, there's like an hour training as a bonus here that will walk you through that whole process from people that absolutely crushed it with this ad. And again, our team members over the years have made so much money from the product sales that this ad has generated. It's hard to believe. I love this ad. If you're just getting ready to get started with pickup type papers, you're just getting ready to get started, my suggestion would be to modify the magic ad to your particular product or service. That's how I would start. If you're going to do print ads, I would start with the magic ad. It is a powerful, powerful ad. It will get response, and if you know how to handle the phone correctly, which we're going to teach you, we're going to teach you. We're going to give you the bonus audios, and if you learn that, and you get good at nothing but this, you could run this ad all over the country and move a ton of your product or service. And again, the concept we call retail to recruit. Your best distributors many times are going to be people that got sold on the product first, and you can retail to recruit. And if you did nothing from this course but focused on the magic ad, get your scripts down that you feel comfortable with, and it's, hey, you can try it. It's only $39.97. It's a full 100% money back guarantee. If you don't love it, we will refund your money. Would you like to put this on your Visa or your MasterCard? And you have the guts to ask that question when people call or when you call them back. If you have 10, 15 people that respond to an ad like this in a week, and you call and a third of them get started on your product, and you follow up with them and you give them good customer service, and with what we teach, a lot of the 3-day, 14, 29-day follow-up, then you back them in the business in our retail to recruit system. If you did nothing but run the magic ad and sponsored got 3 or 4 or 5 people started on your product every week, and then followed up with those people, and that's all you did for the next 90 days, you would build. People would say, "What in the world are you doing? How are you doing this? My gracious!" Guys. Here's the thing, and I'm getting ready to end it up here. I think this is the last slide. And I have one more. I'm getting ready to end it up here on this section. And again, I appreciate you guys being with me live tonight. I know this is not my typical webinar, but it's just like I just wanted to kind of chill tonight. Actually, yeah, it's that's a long story, but I just wanted to really communicate this with you because there is so much junk in the marketplace. You know, get rich quick, use this magic method, and again, I've been watching it for over 30 years. And it wasn't bad, in the beginning when I first started, but now it's like everybody's trying to teach you a magic the way to do it quicker, faster, or easier. And I just want to end this tonight by saying, guys, if you develop the right mindsets, okay, they should qualify to work with you. And I believe that if you know what you're doing, and if again, I can't remember if I told you guys this last week or not, but it's worth mentioning it again if I did. Here a couple of weeks ago, I was at the grocery store here, and a guy came up to me. I hadn't seen him in years. We were in the Magicians Club together, the Magic Club. I was a semi-professional magician when I was younger. And I saw him, and it's like he's always been very entrepreneurial, and we were in the Magic Club together 25 years ago, and he said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Do you know who I am?" He said, "Yeah, I know who you are." He said, "How you doing, Dale?" I said, "I'm doing good." And I said, we talked just back and forth a little bit, and I always liked the guy, and he was always very entrepreneur. And he said, "Are you doing any magic now?" And I said, "Well, I did some for my granddaughter last night." I said, "I'm teaching her some things." And he said, "Oh, that's cool." He said, "I'm staying really busy." He said, "I'm doing a lot of magic and a lot of different shows." And I said, "Well, that's awesome." And he said, "Are you still the network marketing guru?" And I said, "Well," I said, "I teach and train and consult and have a couple podcasts and things going on, but, and we have other businesses and as well." And he said, "I have somebody call me about one of those deals every week." He said, "Every week." And he said, "I've joined a couple." He said, "But I could never get anybody to join." And, you know, when I'm walking out of the grocery store, I'm thinking that is what the industry has become. This guy's entrepreneur minded, great communicator, hard worker, could be awesome in the industry. But somehow the industry has become where we get them in and then we say, go sick them, and they go out and they try to talk people into joining. And that's not going to last very long. Everybody out there's everybody out there has had somebody who is not exposing them to a business model that could be of value to their family. That hasn't been the approach that we've taken, especially in the last 10, 15, 20 years. But what we've created is an industry where everybody thinks they're supposed to go out and try to talk other people into joining it. It's got to change, guys, and it can change with you. Your mentality, your approach, you can take everything to a different level in your personal organization, and you can separate your organization from the masses out there that are just running around like a chicken with their head cut off. You can do it, and I can help you do it, but you have to lead it. I've done it. I've been there. I've done it. I know the challenges in doing it correctly. I understand, but I also know it can be done. And I understand the way to get there is by your focus being in the right place. If you're worried about not upsetting somebody so they'll stay on auto ship for one more month, your focus is totally 100% in the wrong place. You're looking for 3 to 5 people a year that you can develop your team around, and you do that in over 2 or 3 years, and you got 10, 15, 20 leaders who are also developing other leaders who are developing other leaders, and not just your company, but the industry is going to be thinking, what in the world are they doing? And that's my hope for you guys. And that's where you can go. And that's where you can go. But it takes a real commitment and dedication on your part to learn the right mindset in recruiting and understand what you're doing, getting a bigger picture, and thinking larger and thinking bigger than just having the mentality of, I'm trying to get somebody to join. So I hope that's helped you this week. Uh, if you have questions, my plan at this point, for those of you that are members in the membership area of newspaper sponsoring, my plan is to add an Ask Dale button in the members area. And I'm going to do this if I can figure out how to do it without making it available to the general public. Okay, I'd like to have it just in the members area for newspaper sponsoring members. So that's on the to-do list. But if you have a question, those of you watching tonight live on the webinar, go to askdale.com. This is at mlmhelp.com, our primary blog, our primary website, mlmhelp.com. And you can click on Ask Dale and say, Dale, hey, I was on the webinar, class number 2 for newspaper sponsoring, and here's the question, and I will get back with you. It may take me a little while, but I will get back with you. Also, guys, I did want to make those of you on the webinar, I wanted to let you know that we've just started our first podcast. We have two more on the books. But our first podcast was just approved, and it's called MLM Success Stories You Need to Hear. Uh, I hope you'll go on iTunes and check that out. Uh, there's a lot of people that I've worked with over the years, and you know, in the last 30 years, and then quite frankly, in the last 12 months, that are good, honest, hardworking people, authentic people who really care about other people, really care about other people, and they understand that their success is ultimately dependent upon the success of the people that they work with, and their stories need to be told, and that's really the purpose of this podcast, is being able to get some of these people on the phone and ask them some questions. And I know when I started in the industry that the success stories of other people really provided a lot of motivation for me to keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep trying to learn and get better and master my skill sets. And I remember somebody saying that failure was, but I never see failure as failure. I only see failure as a chance to improve my skills. And I can't remember who said that. I'd give them credit. But I never see failure as failure. I just see failure as a chance to improve my skills. And one of the things that really kept me moving forward in the beginning was just hearing success stories of other people that seemed extremely authentic, that were just going for it. And so that's kind of the purpose behind the MLM Success Podcast, the MLM Success Stories Podcast. I hope you'll check that out as well. I appreciate you guys being with me tonight. Again, I know this was not my normal webinar, but I just really wanted to slow down and really try to communicate some of this stuff to the very best, some of these ideas to the very best of my ability. Uh, Everything that I've shared with you, 99% of it, I did share with you a couple of theories, but 99% of it is stuff that we have personally implemented over the years, and many of it in the last 12 months with different clients. So I just wanted to, again, make you aware of that. I appreciate you guys being with us live. Next week, we'll be back with class number 3, and I will let you know the details on that as soon as I do. I have them in pencil, but they're not in pen yet. You guys have an awesome week, and I'll talk to you soon.